Hi, my name's Denise MacCabe. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in New South Wales on the Central Coast in Australia. And this is my Makeup Monday for this week. In the upcoming January to June catalogue, there are these blending brushes that are coming out. There's 3 in a pack and they're $21 for the 3, and they are just fantastic. They look like a sponge, but I don't know if you can see, they are actually bristles. They're so soft and they're really great to work with. So this was the Christmas card I made for some customers and my downlines, and all I did, the only stamping was the greeting and the rest was just using the blending brushes to apply the ink. I've used their Evergreen Forest embossing folder and the Subtles embossing folder for the background piece. So it was really quite an easy card to make, but I think it has a great effect. So I thought I'd show you this card, how I made this card, and then we can play with the blending brushes on a few other pieces of cardstock as well. I've got the Magnolia embossing folder. I've run through that through the stamping cut and emboss machine. I've got the Parisian embossing folder that I've also run through the machine, and I've also got the decorative masks that are in the catalogue on page 146. So I thought we'd play with the masks. So let's get started and recreate this card. So first, that's my blind banging. Got the window open for a nice breeze. So if you hear that clanking in the background, just try and ignore it. Like me, I'm trying to ignore it. So this is thick Whisper White cardstock for the base card. This is my piece of Whisper White that's has been run through with the Subtles embossing folder. And I've got a vellum doily, which I'll just poke out a little piece of vellum here. So we're going to apply some ink to that. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to get another set and maybe another set, 2 more sets. I'm giving my brushes like colours, like greens and purples and browns and blues and reds. So far I've only done these colours. So I've allocated one brush to the green family. I'll just make sure. They're so easy to clean off as well. So maybe I'll do my trees first because I want to use soft sea foam. Now all you do is circles on your ink pad. I hope that's not out of camera. I'll move it over here. Circles on your ink pad. Because this is such a light colour, you can't see that coming off. And then just circles on your piece of cardstock that you're wanting to shade and blend. So that's the soft sea foam colour coming through. Get rid of that little... I'm getting ink on my fingers. Close that up and I'll get out Shaded Spruce, which is obviously a stronger colour. And that's what's on the brush, stained onto the brush. So ink up your blending brush. Over here, gets like the really heavy part off. And then just circles. Don't press too hard, just gently. If you want to go back and add a bit more, you just sort of do a little bit, maybe a little bit heavier handed. And that's all you do. Oh, I'll put that to the side. I'll get my vellum doily out now. Just over the vellum doily, which actually could be a mask as well. Because when I lift it off my paper, you'll see that shapes come through on the paper. If you want the doily to be a bit heavier in colour, just go over it a couple of times. If you want it heavier on one side, do one side more than the other. I'll close that up. And the way to clean your brush, you can use a microfiber cloth, or you can just get the excess ink off on your paper. You can wash them, but you can't. You've got to wait for them to dry to use them again. And they're very thick, so I don't know how quickly they would dry. So I'm just doing that, and that's the reason why I'm allocating like colours to certain brushes. So with my vellum doily, I'll bring this one back into view, I hope. I just attached it to the layering piece of cardstock with a couple of glue dots. I'll put it up. I'll move my card base out of the way. So I put that sort of up into one corner. And then I'm just using up scraps of my dimensionals. When I have classes, the ladies use all the centre bits, so I often just have scraps left up in my card room, in my craft room. I don't care, they still work. Although I do tell my ladies, don't throw out the edge bits, they work as well. And I might just grab one of these ones for the centre. Oops. There we go. I find these blending brushes are so much easier to use than daubers and the sponges. So I just will place that maybe over a bit on my card layer. I've already gone ahead and cut out the little tag for the greeting, which I'm using shaded spruce and a greeting from the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set. That worked. Close that up. Once again, because I want it to go over like this, I'm just going to put a dimensional on this end. And some double-sided tape or seal on that end. Now I just need my little pick tool to get that off. And just place it. And then I'll just grab my tape. I'm faster with my tape. We all have a preference of adhesive that we use, and I'm just so used to double-sided tape now. Although I do like the seal for other things. Okay, got my card base. And just attach it to here. And the other thing I wanted to show you, the holiday rhinestones that are in the main catalogue, I ran out of the greens. So I don't know, this is a tip that I've picked up along the way. Get your stamping blend and your basic rhinestones, so your alcohol markers can colour your rhinestones. So I just wanted to colour the 3 different sizes for this card. So therefore, if you've got the stamping blends, you can actually make rhinestones to whatever colour you want. Put that there. And this one. There we go. So that's that card reproduced with the blending tools. It's really lovely. Oh, I know what else I did. I got my Wink Stella and I just added, I just got to be careful not to squeeze your Wink Stella over your project. I've done that before and got a blob. Just your Wink Stella pen, I just brushed it over the top of the trees just to give that glisten, like as if snow was resting on the trees. Not that we have snow for Christmas in Australia, but it just is a little added, just gives a nice little glimmer to the card. I always say less is more, so if you want to put more Wink Stella on, it's easier to put more on than take it off. You don't want to ruin your project. So that was one of my Christmas cards I did in mass production this year. How quick and easy was that? And that's the only stamping on the card. So that's that card using the blending brushes. Now I'm just going to bring in, oh hang on, I've got a little rhinestones fallen off. Can't have that. Put you back on there. Now this one is, I am literally doing this on the fly. I haven't done this before, so this could go badly for me. But I'm not going to ink up the green bright blending tool again. I'm just going to rub it over the leaf area and see how we go. No, I think I do need a little bit more ink on it. Okay. So still the circular motions. Where's the other leaf? Oh, there's a leaf. Once again, the less is more is a good way to go. You can always add, you can't take off. And then this is my browns, but I think I might use it for yellow. So saffron's a little bit more subtle. Ooh, let's see how we go. Because you don't want to, the magnolias have got just the yellow centre, or the pink centre, but the ones out at the moment have just got the yellow centre. That's quite nice. Looks almost frangipani-ish too. So obviously it's picking up the more raised edges as it blends. So that's using the Magnolia embossing folder. I might lay that onto a card base and put a greeting somewhere. I might go back and do a bit more green here. Anyway, so that's that one. What was the other one I had out? The Parisian one. So seeing that we've got some yellow, so saffron, we might just do, it's just really lovely what it does. What's this one? Purples. Okay, maybe I'll put my greens away and grab gorgeous grape. You can see by sort of choosing them to have colours, the brushes to have colours, I'm going to need more than the 3. I would have thought that would have come out darker. It's very experimental. then I'll do green because I've got a green brush. This would be good for doing skies, blending it in. I never was very successful with the foam rollers, but these brushes are just working for me and I really like them. So that's the Parisian folder, just blended with 3 different colours. Now we'll get the decorative masks out. Now these are the basic pattern ones. I did see just recently on the clearance rack there's a set of masks. I don't know whether it's the basics. It might be, I'm not sure. Now, which one will I do? Oh, that's a bit, I'll do that one. So, maybe a little bit of washi tape to keep your cardstock in place would be a good idea. It's not straight, but it doesn't, yes it does. I've got a mask that's got sort of straight lines on it, so yes it does matter if it's straight or not. I've used my embossing paste with these masks, I can see where I've used them. Now I might just place that down too with a bit of washi tape. There we go. And we'll start with green because that's what I've got out. And this is the So Saffron. That actually comes out darker than I was expecting because it's so subtle, so I thought it would be very pale. Interesting. And the Gorgeous Grape. So another set of these will be going on my next order, my demonstrator order. The brushes aren't available until January the 4th, when the new catalogue is released. But yeah, they're good value. 3 in a pack and $21 for the pack. So I haven't done a mask before except for like the little vellum doily. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. Okay, close that up. Oh, how pretty. Oh, I like that. So it's a different look again to the embossing folders. That's really pretty. And because I've blended them together, you get like a, not a real shaded spruce colour, you get a bluey green. Okay, so that's using the blending brushes, available from the 4th of January from the new catalogue, January to July catalogue. January to June, sorry, catalogue. That's using it with a mask. That's the Parisian embossing folder. This is the Magnolia embossing folder. And this was the card I made for my downlines and some customers and card friends. So easy and so easy to blend with. I can't recommend them enough. They're really lovely to work with. So I think the shipping, Stampin' Up shipping is having a few problems with COVID and with the Christmas shipping. So if you wanted anything, not the brushes, but if you wanted anything before Christmas, I'm not sure if you're going to receive it now before Christmas. If you just want to place an order, we do have a year-end closeout sale going on at the moment. If you wanted to place an order, use my December host code here when you're shopping online with me, and I'll send you a little gift at the end of the month for placing an order with me. But otherwise, that's my Make It Monday for this week, using the new blending brushes that are coming out in January. Thanks for watching.